Oh, absolutely. People are like, you don't see the sun as much. And first off, I don't like the sun. The yellow face scares me. Second,
You also retain cooler air below
yeah, it's just
ground.
cooler. There's an unfinished mechanical room like 10 feet that way. So there's a concrete floor. It's great.
Dangerous heat wave hits Pacific Northwest. Sucks to be them.
Are you guys in? No, you're not. You're on the East
We're on the
Coast?
East Coast, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Uh, So people are putting cast iron pans and eggs out onto the sidewalk. Oh God.
Yeah. Hey, I used to do that as a kid. People don't understand it's how hot Canada can get. Like, it got
Yeah.
up to like 80 Fahrenheit, like 86 Fahrenheit, like a week ago.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
they
we could do that.
they have a one of the hand thermometers, the ones that you pointed at something. This one
Hmm.
shows 151.8. Oh God.
Oh, never got that hot. I
Well,
will. I
yeah.
will fully admit.
And it's true though. The asphalt is usually like another 30 degrees higher than what it should be.
It's
Anywhere from like
because
30 to 50 degrees higher.
it's black and absorbing all that heat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is reflecting none of it.
It's all the absorptions. Alright, I'm gonna take us away from the splash screen since we're here
Good
talking.
link.
Was that mine for once?
Yes.
Good. Hey Shay, silence your phone before the inevitable.
Yeah.
Hello, it's our faces. We
My
hear.
phone's not very loud anymore.
You say that, but it went off like 3 times during Colt.
Well, sorry.
It's alright. I don't know how to turn your phone off because it's new and it's a different phone than what I have.
And it's scary.
And it's scary.
My phone is.
I wrote a thing.
Uh oh.
Well, no, it's just an introduction, so I know what to do.
Mm.
Sorry, go on.
It is absolutely fine. Okay, we are live. This
We are.
is we're live. So welcome to Part White Games. Our last episode, which was a couple weeks ago, due to some stuff that comes up. You know, people have lives and they don't always work out for where you want to for scheduling. That's fine. The last episode, our little resistance group robbed a jewelry store and framed the owner for a crime they committed, and then had to force him.
Oh yeah,
If
you
that's
you
not
guys did do that. Yeah.
We did do that, I
if
remember.
that's not quintessential party wipe games, I don't know what is.
I wasn't involved, so it's fine.
Just a lot of crime, and then have sex with a Frenchman and an orc.
There you go.
Shit. We need to get we need to extend our orgy.
It's just
Or-
a lot of sex
Okay.
going on.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
going up.
we need to make sure everybody's involved. So Sailafil gets the extended cut.
The extended cut.
The
Extended cut. Well, Sellathil during this had to go to the do her job because she's a cop.
That's
And
true.
there was a robbery, and she was there to sort of wasn't involved directly, indirectly for sure. You got the driver, but she's doing work like a responsible adult. So everyone go Sellathil. Um. So actually, we'll start with our good friend Sailethil. You head on down to the station with your compatriots, other officers, um, and you bring the Judicer owner in for questioning, sort of trying to keep him like just want to do some questioning just to see if anything's wrong, trying not to make a scene and spook the guy too much. Since you're not on duty, you are not involved directly with the questioning. However, you definitely recognize the jewelry that you stashed. Do you bring that up with anyone? Be like, hey, this like matches reports, or do you keep that under wraps with
Oh,
everyone?
I'm gonna lie my ass off. This is absolutely.
Well, you're not lying because you're
Well,
like that's in the reports.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's one of them. Yeah, for sure.
okay,
That's definitely it.
so you bring that up. You enter it into sort of the official official evidence, but like this is this, and so you sort of get hounded with a little bit of paperwork since it's now involves your own case. Um, so you're sort of talking with some of the other officers for a bit, still in your picnic gear, for your distraction of the guard. Um, and while you're doing this, a takes you probably there for like 30 to 40 minutes, when a very well dressed drow officer walks into the precinct. And if you
I'll give a polite salute.
sure,
As
you
is
stand up,
customary.
and go to salute, and you recognize her. You recognize her from the barracks. She was the officer that demanded that all of you swear allegiance and shot one of your fellow officers in the head.
I remember her.
So do you do anything? Do you say anything as this person sort of approaches? Doesn't really
I-
approach you directly, but definitely walks in.
Nope, I don't have anything to say to her. I give the salute, and as long as she doesn't address me, I'm not getting in her way.
That's probably smart. She walks in, sort of casts a glance over everyone, kind of makes eye contact with you for a moment, and registers like, "Oh, I recognize you from somewhere." Sort of like, "I know who you are somehow," but doesn't speak to you. And enters your the captain's sort of the captain of the precinct's office, close to the door. Do you do anything now, or do you continue to?
I go
sort
back
of-
to filing my reports.
Excellent. You go back to filing your reports. Yeah, the memory of your fellow officer standing up to her and saying, "No, I won't. I won't say allegiance." And her very casually pulling her gun out, shooting him in the head directly.
Yeah, she's not someone to fuck with yet.
She's not something to fuck with, definitely. But yeah. So you continue to do your paperwork. I assume you kind of do it a little bit faster than you would normally do it. Sort of get out of the precinct. Um, so you do that, and you make your way back to the hideout. And when you arrive, Jean Pierre is currently like the foursome has ended. Jean Pierre is wearing clothing, but is wearing like a button up shirt that's like almost completely down. He's a little disheveled and is smoking a cigarette, sort of like sitting in a chair, leaning back, and looks up and goes, "Ah, hello! You've returned. Yeah, you missed a bit at the party, however."
Well, I did have business to attend to.
Ah, yes. Such is the life of a officer as law. For our others, Grigori and Tan, what are you two doing in this moment?
Is this orc sated?
For now, yes.
Okay, then I'm probably looking over some of our own intel, probably like papers, and like going back and forth between the table where they are and the board where the map is, and just trying to mentally plan out what comes next.
Sure. And if I'm not mistaken, your plan was to do the armory, hit the armory somehow, get some weapons. I believe was your next. So what
That
are you
was
looking into?
that was the next target, but something else had come up if I remember correctly, where there was a convoy with prisoners.
Yes, that is later in the week. So yeah, you could do that. But yeah, yeah, that's later in the week. So you have some time to prepare. You could if you act quickly, you could get get some more weapons and then hit the convoy, or you could wait and do whatever you want. But yeah, it's not pressing at this very second.
So in that case, like I'm probably like there like with a notebook and staring at the map, circling a point, and then stepping away and chewing on the pencil, and we may need to get these weapons sooner.
Sure. So you're doing some stuff, trying to schedule and try to figure out your next sort of plan. Grigori, what are you doing?
Probably looking the same thing over, trying to plan out, how to hit it, where to hit it, looking for vantage points he could be at.
For the armory or the convoy?
For the convoy, because the armory, he's already working there, so he just has to figure out how to get the stuff out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the convoy, it is leaving the city. So there won't be a lot of like buildings that you as a sniper could hide in, but like the grassy knoll, like hide behind a bit of a hill, cover yourself with some leaves. You could do that, sort of looking around, just trying to find some places to hit. Actually, let me pull up my skill directory so I know exactly what we can do in this. Roll me a d6. Roll me 2 d6s. I want to see if you succeed on this. This is a roll. Yeah, that is a success. You are trained as a sniper, so you kind of know where to set up. There's an area. There's a slight hill again you can hide behind, and there's some trees that provide some cover, as well. So there's a spot you.
Felis, I lost connection.
Yes. To the stream?
To you.
To me?
Yeah, I lost everything you were saying for a good minute there.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You had just started with Dragon Boy.
Yeah, he was just looking for sniper vantage points when they hit the convoy.
What I'm saying is that they didn't pick any of it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can start over for the stream.
Sure. The stream went down on my end.
Yeah. So
okay.
So all of that was lost.
Fair enough. We'll let me know when we're back up.
We are.
We are?
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I can't connect to it. That's what's wrong with my computer.
Well, it should just be a momentary delay, but it should be back up visual side. But I can see you now, and the recording will at least pick it up.
Beautiful.
Hopefully, maybe. Fingers crossed.
There we go. And it immediately goes to an ad. Of course it does.
Of course
yes.
It does.
Well, that means that it's going. So sorry for that, everyone. Yes, Gregory just has picked out a spot along the route that, at least according to the map you have, is probably a decent ambush spot. You have to go check it out yourself. But it looks decent enough.
Okay, yeah, he's probably been scouting it out as he goes to and from work at the armory.
It's outside the city, so you would have to go and it would be probably a good 2-hour walk to get outside the city to this spot. It's not close by. You want to get too close to the city, or else people are going to hear shots and explosions if you guys get explosives. So
okay,
you don't want to.
Then he's probably either found a map of the city to look at, or the armory probably has.
Procure armaments from the.
And he says, "All right, carry on. Remember, they both sort of stand off, off to the side and let you pass, and they continue, and they sort of approach a gnome, and sort of start talking to them. So yeah, you continue on your way. Thank goodness you guys rolled a good persuasion because you're carrying a bunch of jewels and they would have searched your bags. So yeah, you continue on your way. No more soldiers will approach you. And you eventually go to this sort of rundown divey bar sort of place. You sit down. You ask the bartender for like, oh, we're looking for this person. I do not forget the name of your contact. But you ask for them. They sort of disappear for a bit. Come back out. As you wait, kind of worried, a little bit about the curfew. You think you should return to should be back to your homes or wherever you're staying for the night before sundown, but it's always a little stressful whenever the occupying military force says you're out at a certain time. We're gonna grab you. Eventually, someone enters the bar. Walks is organized, which you just appreciate, but she needs to like there's gold known sympathizer to the occupation. People knew of that list of names, and I'm like, Harper is a good name.
Harper is a good name.
It's a great name.
It's the most secretive name.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. Ill-gotten gains.
We know you.
Future payments.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
that would be good.
I am making money.
It is
Move weapons, so whoever
Yes.
whoever would be dressing up in uniform needs to be grabbing crates.
Since we are entering a business deal, and if you are buying this military ID, I could probably a lot less risky to forge. It's not as official. A lot of just sort of writing. You don't need to copy any official sort of known script. An extra, I'll say, $75.
75 we can do over 600 back.
Of course.
Yes, because if we could find other uniform without needing it, then hey, that knocks price down. If not, we will find money.
Absolutely. Again, it's all within your current budget that I know you will have. Again, I'll take this on credit for your future payments. Since Selathil,
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
Being New York.
What? Oh, no, not that. Probably not that. We elves are a proud, noble people.
She's banging New York.
I'm not banging New York. I don't know this orc. Why would I bang a random person I don't know?
You do know this orc. You've met them.
I don't know them well enough to bang them. They got recruited for a job.
That's fair. Jean-Pierre goes around too, though, so you get to listen to that.
Yeah.
But D4 -2, actually.
Oh no, what do mercenaries usually make?
I suppose it depends on if very specialized, one-time job, if you're keeping them on.
If you're keeping them on.
And he's just like giving that like complete BS, like he's looking them over, like, how much are you actually? He's... I don't know, guys. What do you think?
I love you ask the man whose country doesn't really have currency, like he is a communist
Oh,
country.
that is the point. I asked Salem.
Yeah.
You are just happy to
13
work.
loaves.
You're happy to
13
work
loaves
where
of
I am
bread.
from, and lucky to have food the next day.
We get potatoes.
We get
two-
potatoes.
2 bowls of stew. I think that sounds fair.
2 bowls of stew and grandpa's coat.
You did well, so also get desserts. A loaf of extra bread.
Yes.
I asked Salem
Yes.
Used to dip in stew.
the same question.
Oh, okay.
Say with a roll.
I failed my roll. I need someone.
Roll a d6. Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Followers.
Well,
That would give us a
Okay.
window of opportunity to officially pick up and because Ton's thinking really long term as a
Yeah. No, I'm
yeah.
I'm liking this. Continue.
as a place to as a point of contact, place to do not deals
Business.
per se, but perhaps
Business.
exchanges. Yes.
Business is good.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. We never checked to see price of laundromat. Now that it should be up on market soon.
Yeah, actually, Salith could probably check in on that and see if the family has wants to take ownership of it.
I like that idea. It's a very good idea.
That is kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
You're weirdly good at this, Shay, and I don't know.
I may
Oh.
be a doctor, but
I am a doctor. I'm waiting for the moment of realization when I see something truly horrible and I get rid of my
and Tom puts the harm in pharmacy.
yeah. I get,
Worms.
and I get rid of the pacifist and
Oh.
takes no prisoners.
Yes.
You did see you saw a bunch of people burning to death.
I did.
Oh my God,
I might have to change that.
It's,
Oh, no, this
no, what I'm saying
convoy
is
is
I'm gonna
gonna
come
do
up
it.
with some fucked up shit. Is what I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
This convoy is gonna do it. There's gonna be all these like death and destruction. She's gonna see all these soldiers trying to kill the prisoners escape, and she's gonna get on a minigun and just shred them.
There's gonna be the one soldier who's like, "Please have mercy," and she's like, "The gods have mercy, I don't." And then she just shoots him in the face.
Oh,
Just
no.
reaches in her
Oh,
pocket.
that's-
Sorry, fresh
no,
out.
And he's
That is a war crime.
He's like,
That
"Please
is an
have-"
officially war.
Listen, if that's the worst thing that's happened,
It,
Look, she's not murdering old ladies in her sleep, so
It's-
she
it's
probably will
true.
feel
I
a lot
just-
better about herself.
Technically,
that is
not a
true.
war crime, a murder. So that's just a murder, not a war crime.
it's
But
just
yeah.
a murder.
I,
yeah.
I, I do
Yeah.
like the idea of saying time of death now.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I like that the
We're-
doctor's gonna be the one committing the war crime and not the two soldiers.
Yeah, not the person who watched his home get like demolished and occupied, or the like, jaded.
You,
So
you said it
Doesn't
yourself. I watched a lot of people burn.
50-50, so you guys had to work. You rolled
Typical.
low. Most, but sort of an investigation.
Oh yeah, we patched them up
Okay.
in the car.
Okay.
Like reached behind me and made sure they.
Yeah, you didn't see it, but roll. This is a. It's just like you're not exactly sure, but you think you're okay.
Okay.
To get a hold of like like which is
To her, it would be like pretty tight. To,
Keep myself entertained.
now next to you, okay, Grigori.
Pretty happening.
There is a delivery there. There was a delivery.
Load up our truck. It's like quit with
Yeah, yelling,
it'll be. I won't talk to your superiors if you help us get
Oh,
this
yeah.
loaded up and on our way.
yes.
One of them kind of like starts being like, "Oh, there must have been like a mix up. I thought we were on. Like, it happens. Kind of like trying to get you to calm down and stop yelling at them." And you're like, "Yeah, like get the truck loaded. We'll take it." What are they on it? Yeah, with that, you were able to. Someone kind of like what's going on. Sort of cover your face a little bit, cover your sort of a hat and maybe a scarf, something like that. Drive it there, you park it. You do a thing where you keep the windows, you roll down the windows, you toss the key into them. And you sort of very quickly try to get out of there. Roll a stealth. So I'm not making this free.
I'm so good at those.
I'll lend you my energy. Hey.
It's a still.
That's still a success. Yeah, that you leave the truck, and you sort of get away quickly, and start to head back to the hideout. Congratulations. When I first sort of planned the armory, I thought it would be more of a raid, but I kind of like the subtler approach you guys are taking so far. It's fun.
Yes.
So, you all gather back. There are 4 boxes of stuff. As you all gather back, do you wait for Selethil to return before opening them?
Yes.
Right. Karzog kind of like has a crowbar and wants to open the boxes, but she's like, I'm gonna wait. We're all decided to wait. Yeah, Selethil, you eventually return. as you crack open the first box. Inside are 10 submachine guns. They're essentially MP40s. And there is ammo. I'll tell you the exact amount after. So you have 10 MP40s. Opening the next one, it is a smaller box. Inside of it, there are 5 officer pistols. I believe they're called the Lugers. I'll check exactly the guns inside. Opening the third box. Inside is there's no weapons, but is a series of helmets and coats, sort of replacement gear for the front lines. And the last one, the longest box, you open it up, and inside, ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 Panzerfausts. Panzerfists. Tank fists. They are single-use anti-tank rockets. Yep. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you got some fucking rockets.
Well, now we know how we are stopping that convoy.
Yeah, we're stopping that fucking convoy. I was thinking, like, what should I give them? And I'm like, the fire rate of 3, so you will roll. Do that, you far away, kind of off the road for a bit to the precinct, and is fucking pissed. You hear her shouting at the captain for like a good 2 taken his badge.
Oh no.
There's blood on it.
There is no blood on it. However, he's no longer your captain.
Did I like him? Was he a good captain?
He was okay. Kind of
Good.
in your boat, like, you know, he was a kind of a former military guy who needed a job, and sort of like did it just because, but wasn't really like, he was a good talker and sort of got in this more powerful position to make himself a little more comfortable. And
He was
got
there.
Yeah, he wasn't like an advocate or anything. He just didn't really do anything about it either, though, kind of thing, you know.
Guess who's joining the resistance now?
Yeah, if you talk to him, you might be able to do it. He's up.
That's-
He does. He's gonna start raising flags over buildings.
Yeah, I'll wait for him to be cleaning out his office. And I'll go talk to him.
Sure.
It's not a bad idea.
It is pretty soon afterwards. The guy is just fired. So you kind of walk into his office, and he's had to start cleaning out. He's just sort of his leg arrive at that space, but take your time. It's you see there's a telephone wire sort of traveling down the road to connecting to whoever is down this road. So yeah, you guys have some days to think about and prepare an ambush here. So consider what you guys want to do in this location. I'm gonna roll a good check for our. Okay.
How many of the tank? Yeah, we could convert into IEDs if need be.
You could definitely, yeah. You could if. Does any of you have like an engineering skill?
Maybe.
I have
It would be the
aim for delays.
Absolutely. I know who's casting, so I know what to apply to everyone.
Okay, so it'll be.
Ammunition you guys can carry. Else, you cut down a tree, you lay it over the road. Success, for failure, and a raise. Excellent. Grigori, you notice it first. With your scope, you're able to see these large armored vehicles. They're the ratbacks. These weird like moving along. They're fast. And the front of the vehicle is sort of pointed. It has kind of a rat-like appearance, so people call them the ratbacks. There's one. It has these large armored plating on the side. One of them is the one in the lead. The top of it and the back of it is open, which is not uncommon. But there is someone for a little while as they try to figure out what you. Allies will also fire for. Excuse me. You guys are fucking these people up. After that, it is Jean, and Jean's going to shoot.
It does have small bursts, so you're definitely going to...
Out of the entire thing rocks, throwing the body of
highly flammable alcohol because just I deserve this.
What's your parry? I don't think it hits.
With a +2 now. Shay?
Yeah,
Essentially, yeah. It fires at you. It sort of like hits the dirt nearby, and you're like, oh shit! You get back down. Other soldier is also going to turn and shoot at the Panzer lady, the tank lady, without a mine. No, that's a 3.
I draw my knife and I
Get past his toughness. So that guy is officially shaken. Throw. Shake. After that, it is the other soldier's turn. He's sort of like, what the fuck's going on? He's sort of panicked. He's new. He's a private. He's sort of fresh, fresh from the home. So he's freaking out a little bit, and he's going to. You guys all shoot at the one with the Panzer, the Panzerfaust. So that's scary as fuck.
That's fair. I
Wow.
deserve it.
He just drops his gun. He just kind of pulls it up and fumbles and just drops the gun and just kind of like dives down to grab it. Salathel.
Okay. With the machine gun in hand, when it fell over, is it more easily accessible, or do I still have to make a bit of a climb?
You could crawl into the back. I will say that if you want to fire this round with that thing, it will be at a -2 because you're sort of rushing.
Okay.
But you could do it, and
Yeah.
it's a fire rate of
It's a lot.
of 4.
Well, so I'm gonna rush up, and I'm just gonna.
You take the keys off the officers, and you see an elf, and the very back, the tallest amongst them, a big furry body, long snout, which is currently kept in like a Hannibal Lecter style like cage. You can see sharp teeth behind it. Is a wolf canis, a about 6.5 foot tall wolf man. They all kind of turn to look at you. The elf is a woman. She kind of waves. Two humans kind of look up, and one of them says, "I assume it was you who was making all that noise out there, yeah."
Well, I was one of them. I
You
think.
You are correct.
Well, you don't look like these dark elf bastards, so I think we're going to be friends.
I see.
That's where we're going to end, because Rin fell asleep on stream.
Well, we ran over, so that's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. I apologize. We didn't also combat, but we had fun, I hope.
Yes.
Yep.
I can see your hands in the camera.
Yeah,
I'm
still alive.
Thank you. Right, everyone. Goodbye.
Yay.
Rin, you control the stream, so you're going to have to do some buttons.
I have to actually get up and turn it off.
Yeah, you have to do for 1 minute.
All right. Thanks, everybody. You can probably see the time.